say, okay, you know how we always post on Instagram and stuff, and now people are seeing us like talk a lot, like give our opinions and stuff. Do you ever feel like your personality online, like you're worried about how people see? Because I'm saying this because basically there was a person that people know about him, but you might not know. He does like fashion and stuff. In church, he's a guy.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna say his name, but yeah.
Yeah.
So he had an issue with someone. I don't know if you saw it on Instagram. And he posted it, and it was like, and it was proper like, obviously he's justified. Like he was angry at the persons or what they've done, but from someone else was saying, they don't feel like what he's done is the right move because as a business person, to go online and rant about someone not paying you and stuff, it could potentially make other people not come to you for business because not being paid is not nice, but it's what he's saying. Yeah.
I did clock that, to be fair.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, what he's saying out of anger, which is fine. Me, I'm like, yeah, go on, man, say what you want to say. But then there's another side to it. It's like, okay, online, if you're going to be saying things online, and online is permanent, and things get like that. I think his post got shared. It was even posted on Shade, bro. Like things get quick. If you're going to post anything online, be ready for it to go. Like you never know how far your post is going to go. So now that that's his business now, and then there could be people potentially seeing that and they're thinking, I don't want to work with that kind of person. So I'm there thinking to myself, the things I post online, am I completely proud of every single thing, or am I scared that someone might misjudge it? Because it's clearly, like I said, he's justified by what he's done. Yeah. But someone else has completely misjudged it and said, I don't want to work with you. So do you ever feel like when you post things online, you want to be a bit like careful, not careful, you just don't care?
I think when you've got a platform in sense of you've got a large following, there's a product that you sell, or there's a business or whatever, I think you do have to be a bit more careful because especially if you're putting your face out there. I think if it's just the product, then it is what it is. But if you've now allowed yourself to be attached to that product and people know what you look like, they know what you are, sometimes you might share something personal on the account, then I definitely do think you have to be a bit more careful. And with the person, because I remember reading it, and I think he's justified in sharing his story and talking about what happened. I do think it's his delivery.
That's what I'm saying.
I think because there was some bits I read it, I was like, oh, yeah. So I think and I understand, sometimes in the heat of the moment, someone's, messed you up, especially when it comes to money in your business. 100%, you are valid in feeling what you're feeling, but it's got to be one of those things where, okay, you've felt what you felt. You can maybe write to someone over the phone, whatever. Now, when you're about to post it online, you got to take a step back and really think, how can I share my story without it tarnishing my name and my business and what I do? So I think it's more about the delivery rather than him posting his story.
One thing people need to realize is online is a space that as soon as you post something online, it's there permanently. Even if you feel like you deleted it, someone could easily screenshot that within a second.
100%.
There was a situation that happened like many years ago. This girl was with one of her friends' boyfriend in a hotel or something. And out of spite, she posted it on her Snapchat saying, come collect your man. Because I think she was angry about something. But she deleted it within seconds. That post went viral. And people still know her for that. People still know her because of that situation. Yeah. Many years after. And that post, when she did like an interview, she was saying how she only posted it for a few seconds, not even a minute, like seconds.
That is crazy.
And someone screenshotted it quickly and started sharing it around. So I feel like no matter that, if you're a person that's very, very, do you call it rational? Or irrational? Which one is it? Is it irrational or rational when you do things without thinking about it?
I think it's both, but I think irrational is more on the negative side. Rational? No, irrational.
Irrational, right?
Yeah.
If you're a person that's very irrational and you're quick to just act without having to think about what you're about to do, I would say stay off social media. Yeah. Because you don't want to, especially when someone for example, when someone goes through a breakup and they're like, because they're hurt, you're hurt, and you're upset. and you want to go on social media and start putting in directs, posting stuff, you're going to regret it after, because it's like things that you post, man.
People
like,
see, just because they don't see.
They see. And someone has screenshot. I'm telling you,
100%.
some people's screenshot game is strong, and they're quick to screenshot things before you even know. Like, you feel like, oh yeah, I've deleted it, it's out, it's gone, no one's ever going to know. It's still on there. So like, people need to be very careful, because like I said, I understand his frustration. I just personally feel like maybe me as a person, if my business was doing so well, I wouldn't let one person's behavior affect everyone else.
Yeah.
So I probably would take it outside social media and take it to court. Because now he's posted it. Okay, he might get his money back, because the person, out of shame, would pay him. But then there's people that would not want to work with him.
Yeah.
Because some people just don't like to be shamed. Like, just don't want to be associated with drama. And they're just like, nah, I don't want to do that. Like, because, I don't know, man. It's just my personal opinion. It's because something I've noticed anyway with social media. I'm seeing a lot of people just posting things. People are just too comfortable online. Especially on TikTok. People are getting too comfortable. Like, guys, think about it.
Yeah, I'm very, even sometimes, yeah, let's say I want to post something, sometimes I'll sit and think,
Yeah.
because
it's good. It's good to have that. It's good to be able to just second guess, because you shouldn't be too comfortable. The internet is a bit of a scary place for you to be posting everything about it. Like, it's just
too much, man.
It's too much, because I see a lot of information thinking, what?
Y'all okay with that? Okay.
Like, forever and ever, that information is always going to be there.
It's going to be stored somewhere.
Because I was even thinking, even with us now, you know how we talk about some controversial stuff.
What have we talked about that's controversial, realistically?
Like the race thing. We talk about black girls and stuff.
I don't think it's controversial. I think it's something that needs to be spoken about a lot more.
You know what? Yeah, that's fine. I'm just thinking, let's say we get bigger and we become like proper, like a lot of people know us and stuff. Do you feel like you as a person would feel the need to tone down how you talk, or would you genuinely feel like you would stay the same?
There's some elements of myself, of course, I think we would have to tone down.
Like what?
I don't know. Until we get to that point, I don't know. But I feel like you can't be in, quote unquote, the public eye or have more of a following unless you're someone that fully does not care. But I feel like there's going to be certain things that people might say, they might have some opinion, and you're just sitting there thinking,
So you're going to tone it down because of people's opinions, or you toning it down because of brand deals, or are you toning it down because of yourself?
I don't know. You know what it is? Okay. One thing that I've mentioned this many times, right? I love listening to the Receipts podcast. Every single week I'm there. And one thing that I really enjoy about those girls is that despite how much popular they've gotten, you can tell that they are still very unfiltered. And I really appreciate that. So you know what? Maybe I might not.
So isn't that better for you to remain consistent? And if you're discomfortable with talking the way you're talking now, wouldn't it make sense to stay the same way when you get...
Yeah, because I feel like if I'm talking about it now, that means I don't really have anything to hide and I'm comfortable talking about it. So carry on, yeah.
Exactly. I feel the exact same way. I feel like exactly how I'm talking now is how I would want, and I hope to be like, because obviously you never know how you, because we're always changing.
100%, yeah.
You never know how you'd be like in the next 5 years. But I would hope to remain true to myself and not feel the need to tone down or sound, I don't know, be a different person. There's a lot of influencers I see online that I can tell that they're not the same people. And some of them I really like them as well, like amazing people. But I just know that this version of them I'm seeing is not them. Yeah. And I'm like, I liked you for what you was before. And that's the thing I'm really worried about. Like, I'm like, oh, this online stuff, man. Everyone's almost it's almost like a washed out. Everyone's trying to sound the same. Yeah. The originality is sort of gone.
But I think that's why if you are in a position where you are able to kind of put your foot down and say, no, I'm not going to filter myself, because I feel like people like that are a lot more appreciated. Because I feel like everyone's trying to look the same. Everyone's trying to sound the same. Even when it comes to music, I feel like people are always trying to go for a very similar type of sound. Like, let's go viral on TikTok and all of this stuff. But if you put your foot down and say, no, listen, if I started out this way and I've had people like, you know, enjoy me and I've become popular because of it, why would I stop and, you know, unless I'm trying to appeal to a certain audience?
Yeah,
man.
Because I was thinking about this. I think I was thinking about it today or yesterday. I was thinking, a lot of the things that we do we do it because of how we, like, for ourselves, or are we really doing things for other people?
I think it's both. I think it's both, because realistically, like, I could, if I'm thinking about my social media, I could, like, the nonsense that I could probably, like, send you guys, or, you know, the videos I take of myself, if it was just for me, I would post it, but I don't. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but how is it for you if you're posting to get people's reaction? That's not for you.
That's why I'm saying it's for both. Like, for me, because I want to post something, but at the same time, there's certain things that I may not post that's truly myself because of what people would think of me.
Yeah, so my point is, social media, I don't feel like social media can ever be for you.
100% no.
Like, everything that we see on social media is for people's validation, it's for people's approval, to be like, oh, nice, oh, I love that.
Or just to be seen.
Because I'm like, how can you ever say, which is why I'm like, this being true to ourselves, really, sometimes we might not even be true to ourselves to an extent.
I don't think
you can
so.
try to be, but then you might be influenced by things you see on here, see what people do. You might find yourself getting influenced very easily about the trend. You're like, oh, I want to do that. Because I remember, even me myself on TikTok, I saw this dance that I was telling you.
I'm still struggling with the hip singing. I thought I'd be good at it.
Honestly, that dance, yeah.
Yeah, because there was a point where I was going to do, you know, the clean girl makeup.
Yeah,
I was going to post it on YouTube, and I thought, oh, no, never mind.
Why? But that's what you do anyway, naturally.
Yeah, it is true.
That's actually your makeup, though.
Do you think I started the trend?
No, you didn't.
Okay.
But that's what you do. You didn't start the trend, but that's literally your makeup style.
Yeah.
You've always had, like, the very minimal, no makeup.
I can't stand you. I really cannot. But yeah, the internet, you can't just do things for yourself. 100%.
I don't think, yeah. So, like, if going back to that person I was talking about and his business, which is what I'm saying, you can't just now post things out of an emotional response, because it is a very permanent place. The internet is not like, in the real life, things can happen, people forget. On the internet, people don't forget because it's evidence there. It's literally there. Like, even if you deleted it, it's still there. Like, I remember in primary school, secondary school, I think the police came in and they were telling us how, even though we feel like we've deleted stuff,
it's always there.
They can still trace it back. Like, if they needed it, like, if it's like something serious, like let's say like a murder or something like proper, like, serious. If they wanted to get that information, they can get it. Yeah. Even though we feel like it's been deleted, it's gone. I'm like, what? So it's like, we need to be careful, man.
We gotta
not
be careful.
Not to be so easily eager to post based on how we feel.
No, because I've seen people, and it's like, you're really okay with posting this. Like, and the thing is, I feel like sometimes when we post certain things, obviously it's for other people, but sometimes you might think, oh, you know, it's maybe for our friends or, you know, whatever. But so there's I mean, I don't think she listens to the podcast, but there's a girl I used to go to primary school with, and we followed each other on Instagram. And I remember one time, I will never forget this. She once posted, I think it might have been like a quote, posted it on her story. And she said something about, she basically openly admitted that she uses a sex toy. And I was just like, you're posting that on your story for everybody to see. Like, maybe it's a key inside joke with your friends, but like, I'm now looking at you and I'm just like, why are you doing this for the male gaze? Like, do you want people to know you're active?
My thing is, why? I always feel like whatever people do, why do you do it?
Yeah.
Because I people just need to be honest. When I'm posting pictures on Instagram, I'm posting because I feel like I look nice and I want people to not confirm, but you are fine. You look nice.
Yeah.
If I didn't want people to say that to me, I will not post. I will just leave it in my camera. But I feel like, what? The whole world needs to see this outfit I've worn. You all have to see.
I looked pink.
But a lot of people do stuff like this and posting. They're like, yeah, I just did it for myself. I just did it because. For myself, and it never makes sense. It actually
because now, like, I'm sure she's a great girl, but now I'm looking at her